all the strange articles that you might have missed in the news. Today we'll be covering UFOs, cloning, strange new foods, new objects in our solar system, Bigfoot, and so much more. I want to say hello and welcome to everyone catching this live and those catching this on the replay a little bit later. Hello, John. Hello, John aside, and Rome, and Steve, and Moon, and so many others. I'm so glad you could make it on a Monday at 3:30 p.m. PST. Let's get straight into it. First, talking about this article. We're in October. It's getting kind of dark outside a lot sooner. People are watching creepy movies like Pet Sematary. And I feel like this article just fits in that category because a UK-based laboratory by the name of Gemini Genetics is offering pet cloning services, allowing pet owners to create genetic replicas of their deceased animals. Stop right there. Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? What do you think about this? Let's say your favorite Mr. Cuddles just passed away, or Fluffball, or Cheeseball, whatever you call your pet. Would you clone it or would you let it rest in peace? Does it make you feel better? Does it give you closure in some ways? Because it's mentioned in so many instances that even though you can attempt to clone your loved one pet-wise, it's not going to hold the same personality traits like the original, right? But you still have a second one that looks just like your pet. Let's continue with this. This lab claims to be the first of its kind in Europe and has been cloning pets since 2019, handling about 1,000 animal cloning annually. And to clone Mr. Fluffball costs anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000. That's a lot of dough. So it's a very lucrative business to be in, but there's this question of, is it ethical, right? What's going on here? How is it benefiting the owner? How is it benefiting the animal that's deceased? All of these different things. And the cloning process has advanced significantly since the days of Dolly the sheep. We all know about that, with improved efficiency and success rates as well. And while cloned animals may have a slight personality difference, they often, according to this company, exhibit similar traits to the original. Do you see this face of shock? I have very mixed feelings about this. It's very much giving Pet Cemetery. Kind of just don't even have a comment for this actually. But here's a positive side to this. This company is also working with local zoos in the area, and they are preserving these DNA samples in case certain animals go extinct or if the whole planet goes extinct. They're going to have the DNA samples stored somewhere. And there has been many articles that we've covered in the past here on Strangest News of the Week where scientists and others want to launch DNA to the moon, have it be of plants, animals, people, so on and so forth. So in that case, I can see the positive aspects here. On the negatives, I would not want to replicate any of my pets and have a clone because it's just not the same. However, some of the clients say something completely different. That it's comforting. It's comforting to them to have their pets back. What do you think about this? Before we even move forward, would you do this? Do you think it's a good idea? Think it's not a good idea? Let me know in the live chat and let me know in the comments as well. John says it's kind of creepy. Yeah, it is. Android says, if you can clone, grow a missing limb, that's as far as I would go. Funny enough, Android, I just posted a short here on YouTube and across all platforms of the comb jelly that if it's injured, it will morph into another one of its kind, and then they share the same digestive tract and the same nervous system. Insane. Insane. Scientists want to harness that to help with our medicine for, for humans and see how it goes from there. But that was just recently found out. Seriously, that right there is very cool. This cloning, I have very mixed feelings about it. Dickie says no, because clones don't have souls. That's another thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird unless somehow it just get a soul in there, capture it in a little jar, and just put it in the animal. Maybe at some point we could do that. Get another image right here of how they're doing it. But something else that's rather odd, and of course, it wouldn't be strange news without talking about UFOs. Phoenix, Arizona has emerged as the new hotspot for UFO sightings in the US, surpassing well known locations like Area 51 and Roswell. And according to a study by Bet US, which analyzed data from the National UFO Reporting Center, Phoenix tops the list with 323 reports since 2013. And the data has led to Phoenix being dubbed the most likely place in America to spot a UFO. It seems that every single year, every few months, different surveys are giving the most hottest spots in the US to see a UFO. But one consistency that we do notice is that the West Coast, we're looking at California, Nevada, Arizona, they seem to get a lot more UFO sightings than other parts of the world, parts of the US, excuse me, with the exception of New York. New York is always in the top 10 category of the most UFO sightings or the best place to see a UFO of 2020, whatever, 2021, 22, 24, 25. And the list goes on and on. But Arizona has been getting people's attention, especially when we're looking at the Phoenix Lights, Sedona, Arizona. Then we have Phoenix, Tucson as well, according to another study called the Pew Research Center, states that Tucson, Arizona is in the top 5, right next to New York City and Las Vegas as well. So if you live in any of those locations or you feel like visiting them, keep your eyes on the skies. Maybe you'll see something crazy. That would be kind of cool. Carl says Sedona is my number 1. Nice. For any of you that have seen a UFO, have you seen it in any of those locations I just mentioned a few seconds ago? I'd like to know that. Moon says Arizona is huge. I feel like a good chunk of the states in the US are huge, excluding the East Coast. But like just everything else, they're ginormous. Don says San Francisco Bay. Is that where you had your UFO sighting? Because that's pretty cool. Florida, says John. Nice. Good place to have one. These two studies are mentioning that a lot of these locations, Tucson, Las Vegas, Phoenix, New York City, are getting a lot of attraction with their own UFO sightings, not only with their more famous ones, but just like the day-to-day sightings. Now, the question is, are they getting more sightings because they're just more populated locations compared to any city in Wyoming or any city in Montana, right? It's a possibility. Or are there some kind of bases there for these UFOs to go in and out from? The possibilities here are endless, but it is always something worth pondering. And there's something really strange going on right now. While you are doing your UFO sky watching, either with your friends, with your family, or on a date, right now we have 2 moons orbiting planet Earth. And you're thinking, whoa, 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 Christina, 2 moons? Wouldn't that mess up everything? Yes, it would. Luckily, this second mini moon that we have just received, it's very small. It's 33 feet or about 10 meters in size, and it's actually an asteroid. We're only going to have it for another month or so because it just came into our orbit last week. So for about 2 months, it will orbit our planet before continuing its cosmic journey. And the space rock designated 2024 PT5 was initially detected in August by astronomers at a university in Madrid using a powerful telescope in South Africa. And while it's not visible to the naked eye or through any amateur telescopes, this phenomenon is likely more common than previously thought because Richard Benzel, an astronomer at MIT, suggests that improved survey capabilities now allow for more frequent detection of these short lived mini moons. And it's going to be in our orbit for about 57 days, and we won't see it again until 2055. But I think that is a great conversation starter. Hey, did you know there's two moons going around our Earth right now? I mean, instantly people would say, oh my gosh, you're so cool, you're so smart, tell me more. And then you can just lay all the information that you have about everything that you know next time you're, I don't know, at the bar or at the library or something and you want to make friends. That's the way to do it. It'd be so cool, right? For the most part, but do it strategically, okay? Don't be creepy about it. But I think it's a great conversation starter. Dub says, OMG, thank you for talking about this. I think it is worth mentioning today for Strangest News of the Week, which, for those watching this, that is when this show is going to be airing. Instead of Fridays, it's going to be on Mondays, either live or pre-recorded. So you know. So make sure to hit that notification bell if you haven't already so that you know when these shows come out, and subscribe and hit that like button. While you're doing all those things, just do them all at once. Hit that like button right down below as well. Now, I got another one for you, another article, because we're speeding through these, and that's totally a-okay. We're getting like news flashes really fast. This next one kind of bothered me. Actually, no, it did bother me entirely. Look at this. You're thinking, is that caviar? No, it's too big to be caviar. What are we looking here on the screen? This is beef ramen with boba. Boba, whatever, has taken the US by storm. And it's this milk tea with tapioca balls in them. And you will find it at actually anywhere, at the grocery store, in packaging, at restaurants. People are drinking them while they're walking down the street. I'm telling you, it is almost surpassing Starbucks. It's just eating the US up. Well, this restaurant in Vietnam by the name of Yu Tang has created an absolute buzz on social media with this very interesting and innovative dish called boba tea beef noodles. Which, fun fact, because you know I love giving fun facts, boba originated in Taiwan. This just listen to the ingredients that are in this. It features broth made from vegetable stock, black tea, fresh milk, noodles, and tapioca pearls, aka the bubble tea part, sliced with corned beef. Now, if that doesn't sound enticing enough, it's only $4. If you're able to go to this one restaurant in Vietnam, you can get this bowl for $4, or you can even get a 20% discount if you do some social media stuff with them. I mean, that right there is an absolute steal. But the mix for me of vegetable broth and milk with these sugary bubbles, because it's tapioca flour and sugar, like that's what makes a boba. I have very mixed feelings, and yet I would try it for $4. I'd be like, yeah, why not? I have made worse decisions in my life. Would you try it? Is the question. Let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comments. I'm seeing a lot of negative comments here. FB says gross. Dicky says no barf. Chris says no, it's okay. I'll give it a miss. Like you're from Australia. That's so funny. Let's see. got a little questioning emoji by Rome. He's like, not really feeling it. Russ says, no way in all caps. But Dub, on the other hand, we're vibing. It says YOLO. You only live once. Why not give it a try? Now, Troy, I understand this. I'll just stick to ramen. Today I had a Tom Kha ramen by Mama, the brand, and a lot of their stuff is not that bad. Their shrimp Tom Kha, already shrimp ramen is just almost never hits the mark. But the plus side to that particular ramen that I had this morning is that it had a foldable fork in it. It was a plastic fork. It was folded like this so it could fit in the cup noodle. And that right there made my day. And it just justified the awful flavor. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. A foldable fork? I have never seen that in a cup noodle before in my life. Loved it. Would I eat this that was in a cup noodle? Probably. At least just once, right? YOLO. Steven says, maybe just close the eyes. It could taste okay. Yeah, because your eyes are deceiving, right? I can get that. Margaret says, I don't like the texture of tapioca. Yeah, it's not for everyone. But also, I just want to mention different companies, different locations. Some have them in packages and they put their tapioca in like those drinks, and that's really gross. But if you get them where they're like handmade, they're not that bad. The texture makes a difference depending on where you get it. But the ones in boxes, never, never good. Right, Cindy? Neat fork tech. Ah, that's what I thought too. Something else that's kind of cool, kind of weird, and it's also taking the internet by storm is this guy. Does anyone know who this person is? He had a alleged Bigfoot sighting not too long ago, and his name is Emmanuel Alfaro. So he posted his Bigfoot sighting on TikTok. You know how many views that video got? And it's less than 10 seconds. 18 million views of, and we're seeing a still of it right here on screen. I went ahead and I read the comments because that's what I love to do when I find anything that catches my attention or that has just a significant amount of views of like what's going through people's mind. Why are they watching it through, right? 18 million views. And the majority of people, minus a handful, are saying that this Bigfoot video is 100% fake. Now, others are saying this is the best footage of Bigfoot ever. Ever. Because a lot of the previous Bigfoot photos and videos that we have received over the decades, they're always incredibly blurry and almost as bad as UFO videos and photos, right? They're just awful. This one is incredibly clear. Now, there have been analysis on this. Some think it's an orangutan, right? Like what Cindy's saying right here. But the majority of people are mentioning, no, it's definitely just a guy in a suit, like the Jack Link's Bigfoot costume. And Emmanuel just either knows these people or stumbled upon it by accident. And he mentions in his post on TikTok stating, I am so scared as I'm typing this right now. This was the scariest thing in my life to encounter something like this. Again, the video is only 7 seconds long. I'll place that link for you in the description box below. But we're able to see a lot more with these stills because there's no movement, right? And you're able to see these kind of showing of the teeth, right? The eyes. And it's relatively clear. This person was also in very close proximity to this creature, entity, person in a suit. Who knows? I have never come across a Bigfoot researcher that has come into this close proximity. I usually hear like 100 yards, at the very best 50 yards, and that's really cutting it close, right? This person was 10, 20, 30 feet tops away from this thing in the forest. But for those that have seen the video, those that are looking at this still shot right here, what is going through your mind? Does it look legit? Does it look fake? Why would this person even think about faking it? Or was this person just casually filming maybe a TikTok, right, for his viewers or her viewers, and Emmanuel just kind of got caught in the fire? What do you think about that one? Android, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It says, I thought it was a mask at first too, but the mouth is closed in beginning and open at the end. Okay, let's talk about this. So in the video, this Bigfoot is kind of like has this piece of leaf or grass in its mouth. But then if we go into the next one, and this next still shot, this facial expression stays consistently throughout. There is no movement in the cheeks, in the eyebrow area, there's no blinking, and the teeth don't move either. So could it just be, the Bigfoot's just shocked, right? Is it a mask? A lot of people are looking at this because not only did it get 18 million views on TikTok, there's been a lot of people that have been analyzing this footage. A lot of news outlets are grabbing on to this story as well. And there's not a lot to get from it. Emmanuel did mention that he filmed this in the parallel forest in Oklahoma, which is meant to have some pretty strange things happen in that area, which for some people adds a level of legitimacy to it. Jam says Bigfoot can't even relax. I know, right? Like give the man a break. Yeah, he's been hunted down for too long. He's got to sit down, enjoy the sun for a little bit. We're hitting this beautiful season right now, getting into the fall. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just nice to sit outside if you can. For a lot of people, not everybody, but a good chunk. It's nice weather. Margaret bringing in an interesting question. How could he stand the smell? Good point there. HQ says you can see the cutout eye holes and mask wearer's eyes covered with paint, by the way. I'm telling you, this video and this photo that we're seeing right now, it's definitely dividing the internet. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. Who has the right answer? All we can do is just talk about it right now, evaluate it to the best of our ability, and then go from there. But in my eyes, I don't know, it's not looking that real, but I am okay with being proven wrong. It does not bother me by any means. If anything, I would love to be proven wrong. That this is a legit Bigfoot. That would actually make my day. But from what I'm seeing, what my eyeballs are telling me with my spectacles that I have on my face, I'm not seeing it. I'm really not. But what do you think? That's the important question. What are your thoughts on this? Let me actually make this a little bit smaller. Nice, just like that. That makes it easier. Well, that is actually it today for our strangest news of the week. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button right down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Thursday is going to be Mysteries with the History at 2:30 p.m. PST. And it's actually a really cool topic. You're gonna really enjoy it. So you do not want to miss that. I want to say thank you to everyone watching this live, for the super stickers, for the YouTube members, and of course, all of my amazing Patreon and mods. I cannot do this without you. That is it for today. I will see you on Thursday. Be safe, and remember, keep your eyes on the skies. If you enjoy the strange and the mysterious, UFOs, the paranormal, and cryptids, this channel is for you. So make sure to subscribe, as I do 3 videos right here every single week, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of the bonus content I post right here.